Go.
Good morning. First of all, we want to say thank you for being here today, members of the press. And we have a statement to make this morning. On September 2nd, the Gutierrez family approached Occupy LA and asked for help. The Gutierrez family was losing this home. They were facing imminent eviction
Perez.
by the sheriff's department. We decided to support this family because we know the wrongdoing that the banks have been committing against the families of America. The Gutierrez Perez family is a good family. They have lived here for 24 years. They have made their payments, never missed a payment. And because of an emergency, a medical emergency, they fell behind one payment. And upon the return from this medical emergency, they sent the payment to the bank, but the payment was rejected. There was a transfer of banks, and upon learning this, the Perez family sent the payments to the new bank, which were also rejected, causing them to stay on default. It was a wrongful foreclosure, kicking a wrongful eviction order. Occupy LA, along with Occupy Whittier and along with Occupy Anaheim, mobilized to the city of Anaheim and occupied this home. We have occupied this home for almost 2 weeks. We engaged with U.S. Bank representatives and Aquan Financial Services, which are the servicers of this mortgage. Yesterday we learned, after several days of contacting officials from both banks, both financial institutions, that they had lifted the stay on the eviction. They are no longer interested in evicting this family. They sent the family a loan modification package, and they have decided that they will work with the family on a loan modification to keep them in their homes. We are also here to remind that there are, just like the Perez Gutierrez family, there are literally millions of families facing eviction. U.S. Bank decided to do the right thing for this family. Our hope is that the rest of the financial institutions, along with U.S. Bank, decide to continue to help families. Families need to stay in their homes. Foreclosures hurt families. Today, I would like to introduce George from Occupy Anaheim that helped this family fight this illegal foreclosure.
Whose house?
Our house.
Whose house?
Our house!
Right on, that's how we roll. It's an honor and a privilege to be here on behalf of this family. And just to give you in short, when we got here, we looked at the paperwork that she had in order, and we found a lot of discrepancies. Normally when the homeowners find these discrepancies, they stick their head in the sand because they feel like it's hopeless because the bank is so big and you are so small. We need to empower you so that you understand that you're not alone. I would like to take a second to give a special thanks to Occupy San Francisco, Occupy Orange County, Occupy Santa Ana, Occupy Whittier, and the other occupations across the country that have given us support on Ustream and that have followed up and have leaded and guided and directed us along the way. So, my hat's off, and remember, we want to get the message out because we're suffering a crisis as upon examining the situation here, we decided to run 92801 just to see what was up in this community, which is primarily a Hispanic community, and lo and behold, we found 716 foreclosures. We found 200 in default. So this brings a major crisis here to the city of Anaheim. So we want to be able to stand together. Our work is far from over. We have a major crisis in this city, so we need the community to come together, and we need the rest of the occupations to come together to take this thing head on, because what this is devastating to families. This family here has suffered a lot of stress on behalf of sheriffs coming. The children here have suffered a lot of stress, wondering if they're going to have a home to come home to when they get out of school. So this has been hard on the relationship, as you can imagine, not only between the family, but between the parents. And this all could have been avoided. And for the foreclosures out there that are lost, the homes that are sitting empty, we drove around the neighborhood, we could see the empty homes, right? And we can also see that those homes are being vandalized, that it opens up the door for criminal behavior to have a house sit idle. So we want to be able to step up, carry this message to the community, rally the community together, and we want to be able to meet this crisis head on. Thank you.
Right now, I'd like to introduce to you Mrs. Gutierrez Perez, and she has a few words to say.
Bueno, yo le doy gracias a Dios y a la Virgen de que bendito sea Dios que tenemos la casa para atrás y al grupo de estas personas que se llama Ocupa la Ley Los Ángeles y Orange County.
I would like to say thank you to the Occupy movement, particular Occupy LA, Occupy Orange County.
Anaheim, Ocupa la Anaheim. A ellos que nos apoyaron y estamos muy felices porque ya gracias a Dios que el banco nos contestó y esperamos que cumpla su palabra, que nos va a dar la modificación para seguir pagando nuestros pagos.
Yes, and we are so delighted that we have all this support, and we want to say thank you to all the supporters, and we are hoping that the bank keep its word by giving us the modification that they have promised us.
Sí, muchísimas gracias a todo el mundo que nos apoyó y al Cupo Los Ángeles que están con nosotros por 2 semanas, pero gracias a Dios hemos logrado algo.
We want to say thank you to the community that has supported us and all those people that have supported us. We have been here 2 weeks and the support has been incredible.
Estoy muy contenta porque ya vamos a estar tranquilos, yo y mi familia, que vamos a tener un techo ya donde descansar, tranquilos, que está toda mi familia muy contentos, mis hijos, todos estamos muy felices.
I want to say that I am so grateful, so thankful today because now we know that everything is going to be okay. We have a roof over our heads and that we can now have a little peace of mind.
Muchísimas gracias a todos.
Thank you, each one of you. Now I'd like to introduce one of the daughters of the family, Rufina.
My name's Rufina, and I'm with representing the Perez family. And first of all, like my mom said, we really want to thank God for everything that He's done for us and not leaving us behind. We feel so blessed and such a relief that the bank has now, agreed to give us a loan modification. But this fight is far from over. We still want to support our community. We still want to be like the face of this, to show other people, don't be afraid. If you're going through this, you're not the only one. We're still going to try and bring the community together to face this huge issue that is foreclosure and try to make this community better, not just for our family. Now that we've got our victory, we're going to forget about everybody else. We don't want to do that at all. What really concerns me and my family is the well-being of the kids out there, the families that are being put out in the street that have nowhere to go. And for those people, we are going to keep fighting, whether we have our loan modification or not. We really want to push this issue because it is a big issue here in Anaheim, and we're not going to stop. This is just the beginning of what will be a success for all of us. So thank you so much for all your support. Occupy LA, Occupy Anaheim, anyone who ever came to support us, people who have been praying for us, And anyone who wants to be a part of this can also be a part of this. We're going to go down to a city council meeting on Tuesday the 25th at 5 o'clock. If you would like to be a part of that, you know, and making this a bigger, broader picture for our community, that would be great. As much support as we can get would be great. So thank you very much for all your support.
Now I would like to introduce a long-time resident of Anaheim, Dwayne Roberts. Excuse me.
Hi. Very briefly, this case is a very important victory. It shows that you can fight back and win. That resistance is not futile. It works. So hopefully this case will provide an inspiration for hundreds of other homeowners, not only just in this zip code, but throughout Anaheim, and it will provide them with hope. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. I would like to say thank you once again to all the supporters to Occupy movement, the activists that spend so many days that have been sleeping here in these tents behind us, and we want to send a message to the city. We want to challenge them. There is a crisis here in Anaheim. There's too many people losing their homes. People should not be losing their homes. People should be growing together in a great community, far from the fear of being homeless, far from the fear of raising a family in ways that they don't have the protections of a home. Occupy movement is here to fight and represent every citizen, every family, every grandmother, every father, every mother, every single parent, every child, every community, every neighborhood, every school. We're here to support you. We want you to be part of this. We want you to understand that if we fight together, if we take a fight, we can succeed. We can fight back and we can really achieve great things. Foreclosures hurt families. Foreclosures hurt communities, hurt neighborhoods. Foreclosures divide the people. And it is time to tell the banks that they need to stop hurting our families. We are going to fight back. The challenge to the city officials of Anaheim is this. You have a crisis in your hands. You need to do something about it. To the banks, the message is simple. Stop hurting families. Stop stealing their homes. Keep families in their homes. Thank you very much.
Yo, Emiliano Pérez, estoy muy agradecido con el señor Carlos aquí. También estoy muy contento aquí con el yo, que me han apoyado bastante. No hay palabras con qué agradecerles por todo lo que han hecho por mi familia. Y estoy muy feliz con la City de Anaheim, que nos ha apoyado y que Anaheim siempre está a tanto de nuestra comunidad, de lo que pasa, está a tanto. Él vio el problema y dijo, sí, apoyo a esta familia y aquí está con nosotros y le agradezco de todo corazón. Gracias.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Our